Welcome to DBMS class. Today we are going to discuss about the attributes. So an attribute is nothing but characteristics or properties of an entity is called as an attribute, and attributes are represented by using ellipse symbol in ER diagram. So next we will discuss about the classification of attributes. So attributes are classified as various types. First one is a simple attribute. So an attribute that contains only single atomic value, it is called as a simple attribute, and simple attribute cannot be further subdivided as a sub attribute. So simple attribute contains single atomic value and it cannot be further subdivided into sub attribute. For example, if you are taking hall ticket number, so hall ticket number contains a single atomic value and it cannot be further subdivided into sub attributes. So next one, composite attribute. So composite attribute is nothing but an attribute that can be further divided into sub attributes is known as a composite attribute. Here the address attribute can be subdivided as a house number, street, city and pin code, state. So this is called a composite attribute. So next one, multi-valued attribute. So an attribute which contains multiple values, so then it is called as a multi-valued attribute. For example, mobile numbers. So a person may have multiple mobile numbers and email addresses. A person may have multiple email addresses. So next one, single valued attribute. So an attribute which is containing only one value or single value is called as a single valued attribute. So hall ticket number within a student table having only one value, that is called single valued attribute. So next one, derived attribute. So an attribute whose values are derived from the value of another attribute, that is a stored attribute, is called as a derived attribute, and it can be represented by the dotted ellipse symbol. So next one, stored attribute. So stored attribute means an attribute that supplies the value to another attribute, related attribute, is called as a stored attribute. So example is date of birth. So date of birth supplies the value for the age. So that is called stored attribute. So here multi-valued attributes are represented by double line ellipse symbol, and single value remaining attributes are represented by single line ellipse symbol, and derived attribute is represented by dotted ellipse symbol. Okay, thank you. This is regarding attributes classification.